Just like we use headphones to completely take over our sense of sound, this headset totally takes over your vision. Inside this one, Google Cardboard is a pair of lenses and a place to hold your smartphone, which becomes your screen. So I got to take a closer look at one of the second type at Mobile World Congress this year, the new HTC Vive, and this is something people are getting really pumped about. It's a prototype for now, and the final version might not look exactly like this, but it's an entirely self-contained VR headset that you can just pick up and put on your face and be immersed. Of course, it's a little more complicated than that, but you have all these little dots around it for sensors, so you actually need to set up little sensors around you to track your head in 3D space. Oculus Rift also has some similar looking sensors for the same reason. It's tracking your head, so on one hand, that's going to be awesome for immersion. The more accurate these sensors can be, the more closely it'll mirror your head movement. So since you're in 3D space, you can literally move your head forward and peek around a corner, which is pretty awesome. But on the downside, that does require having a little bit more space to actually set up your VR experience, which sounds kind of like a pain. And also, the thing people forget is you also need a set of cables to connect this VR headset to your computer. So plenty of people did demos without plugging it in, but you're not exactly untethered when you're really using it. Now, that first type of VR headset that uses your phone as the VR engine and the screen is actually a little bit more simple. Your phone already has, it'll be in the form of an overlay or seeing something on top of a real-world object. Google Glass also does the same thing, so you can have useful information sort of in the corner of your vision. Not totally virtual reality, but a headset, you're essentially blindfolded and put into this entire new world with whatever the artist makes. Virtual reality content will take off when there is a lot of virtual reality stuff to look at. Like 3D TV would have only made it if people everywhere started making 3D videos. Now, obviously that didn't happen, and there's a risk that virtual reality might not ever happen too because of that, but I think there's at least something special here that 3D TV might not have had. I think the first time someone sees a 3D TV that works really well, their reaction might be, oh, wow. But the first time someone sees like Oculus Rift or gets a really good virtual reality demo, they're like, wow, this is impressive, and that's what makes it so cool.